Hello everybody again. So welcome and welcome with the second part of the lesson, which is about grammar, and the title is past habits, be used to and would. So in this lesson, we're going to see the differences between be used to and would. Of course, we are talking about past habits. Past habit means something which we used to do and we don't do anymore now, or the opposite. It means something we didn't used to do and now we do it. For example, you tell me when I was a child, I used to fight with my brother or with my sister, for example. This is a habit you used to do. And maybe something which you didn't used to and now you do it. For example, you tell me I didn't use to speak English, but now I do. It means in the past you didn't have the ability to speak English, but with time and year after year you started learning some English, and now you speak English. Okay. Okay, the picture or the usual picture that introduces us to the presentation, which delves into the explanation and the analysis of the lesson. Picture number one, it says, we used to live in the center of a large city. We used to go out every night. It means we would go out to eat, or we'd go to the cinema or the theater or to exhibitions. Then we had kids and moved to the country. Picture two, now our lives are very different. Of course, there isn't in the content there isn't a difference between the first and the second picture. Why? Because they are related. You can see the couple in the past. They used to be a couple. They used to be alone, but now they have kids. In the past, the couple didn't used to have a dog. Now they do. So you can make comparison between the past and the present. So as you can understand clearly the difference between the past habits. It's okay. Presentation used to talk about past habits and situations or states. Examples: we used to go out every night. This is a habit. Two, we used to live in the city. This is a situation. Number three, we used to be city people. This is a state. It's okay. You only use used to talk about past habits. Use the present simple and usually or other adverbs of frequency, like like sometimes, rarely, however, seldom, etc. To talk about habits in the present. It's okay. We don't usually go out at the weekend. Don't say I don't used to go out at the weekend. That's incorrect. That's impossible. That's grammatically incorrect. It's okay. That's an error. You can also use the past simple to talk about past habits. We went out every night. It's like you tell me we used to go out every night. So when you in this situation or in contexts like this, you use simple past and you mean or you are expressing past habits. We used to go out every night. So as I said, they are the same. Affirmative, we used to live in the city. Negative, she didn't use to like the city. So didn't plus infinitive, and the infinitive is used to. Question mark, did you use to go out every night? So so as not to confuse things, only in the affirmative we add d for used. It's okay. To and plus, of course, used to plus verb in the infinitive. Negative didn't plus infinitive use to, okay, and then you continue to. And in the interrogative or in the question, did plus the subject plus used to plus a verb in the infinitive. Yes, no, yes, we did, no, we didn't. This is for short answers. And of course, if you want to make long answers or full answers or full forms, you tell me or you say, yes, we used to, and negative, no, we didn't use to. Tip or advice or notabene, as you could or as you wish call it. Be careful with the question yeah and negative forms. There is no D on used to. So this is what I explained before. Did you use to have pets when you were in school? Don't say did you use the to. So that's incorrect. That's grammatically incorrect again. I didn't used to like dogs when I was younger. Don't say I didn't used to like dogs when I was younger. That's again incorrect. So this is for use the to. For would, you can also use would or wouldn't to talk about past habits. We'd go out to eat. It means we would go out to eat, and this expression would, again, you can use it to express past habits. You use would to talk about actions, but not to talk about states or situations. We would go to exhibitions. Don't say we would live in the city. Okay. Don't use to or would to talk about. Number one, a single past section. Action. I used to or I would go to a great exhibition yesterday. That's incorrect. It's okay because yesterday you are supposed to use a simple past, and from yesterday to today, you are not going to change the past habit you had. For example, yeah. Two, how long an action lasted. It means how long an action endured and went on. I used to live in the city for 3 years. I lived in the city for 3 years. Three, and finally, the number of times an action was repeated in total. We used to would visit the museum at least 100 times. That's incorrect. That's grammatically again incorrect. You tell me we visited the museum at least 100 times. So this is a successive actions or a successive number of actions that happened in the past. So you used simple past. Okay, simply. So this is in short the course. Now we move to the part of exercises.
Exercise 3.
Exercise 1, complete the
I used to
conversation
love
using the
chocolate.
correct form of
I'd
use
eat it
and
all day
short
long.
answers.
Some days I wouldn't eat
So you've
anything
got
else.
that's a
Until
dialogue,
one
and you've
day I
got
developed an allergy to
8
it.
okay
And
8
now
blank
I can't
spaces
eat it
which are
anymore.
supposed to fill.
I
Exercise
used
2,
to be scared
rewrite
of
the
the dark.
sentences using
I would
used to when
refuse to go into a
possible.
dark room on
So
my
you've got
own.
there 8
My little
sentences.
sister would hold my
For example,
hand.
number 1, which is already done. I want
I
to
didn't
belly
used to
dancing
do any
classes when I
sport at
was at
all.
school.
I used to think I was fit
I
and
used to
healthy
go
enough
to belly
without it.
dancing class when I
I'd
was
spend
at
all
school.
day at my desk and I wouldn't
So
ever
I
get
started
any
my first classes
exercise.
when I was 8.
But then I
So
broke my
here it's
leg and
impossible
I
to
had
tell
to
me
follow an
I
intensive
used to start
exercise
my first
program.
classes
I actually enjoyed it,
8.
and
So
I've
that's
kept doing
impossible.
sport ever
Okay.
since.
Because when you were 8, so then you started directly first classes, and that's an action that took place in the past. It's okay. Exercise 3, which has to do with listening, and it's the last. Please pay very particular attention to the record and fill in the blanks. So the exercise says, look at the verbs in bold. Replace used to with would or wouldn't where possible, then listen and check. So this is the end. Okay, so this is the end of the exercise of the record. That's it. Yes. So as usual, let me tell you that I was very happy and glad to deliver to you this course online. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you benefit from it. Of course, if you have any questions, remarks, or suggestions or propositions, don't hesitate to contact me at any time you like. I wish you the best of luck. Take much care of yourselves.